Let me now bring in Professor Ransford Jampo, member of the University of Ghana Communication team on the same issue. Good evening to you, Prof, and thank you for joining us on Eyewitness News. First, tell us what really went into this particular decision and why these three groups of students.
Hello.
Hello, Prof, I can hear you loud and clear.
You said Dennis is not happy about what?
No, I'm saying that we spoke to Nooks, but that's actually not the question I'm putting to you. I'm first finding out from you the decision of the University Council, if you can tell us more about what went into this particular directive.
Well, we received a directive from the Fees and Charges Act 2020, Act 1080, that said we should increase school fees by 15%. And I think it was a directive that went to all agencies of state that render some service to the public. And so we complied with that directive. Subsequently, we were informed that some people felt that we had charged illegal fees. So they took us to several quarters. One key place they sent us to was the Parliamentary Select Committee on Education. So the committee convened a meeting that brought together all stakeholders, and I'm talking about the university management, students, NUCs, JTech, and indeed, like I said, all the stakeholders to dialogue and to discuss the issue. Subsequently, the Select Committee wrote to us telling us that we have not charged any illegal fees. I don't have your direct contact number. I would have WhatsApped it to you. I thought it was Umaru. Otherwise, I would have sent that letter that the Parliamentary Select Committee wrote to the university after its meeting with all stakeholders, saying that, no, you have not charged any illegal fees. Your fees that you have charged are actually legal. But subsequently, then they appealed to us that can we consider offering a discount on the fees for this current academic year to help lessen the burden on parents and students. Now, in response, the University of Ghana Council used its discretion to offer 2% discount on the fees of those who it considered were to be paying higher fees. And yet we're referring to fee-paying students, full fee-paying students, Citi campus students, and students from our distance education unit. And so it is important for us to make the point that this was just a kind gesture offered by the University of Ghana Council purely on humanitarian grounds and not an obligation at all.
Very well.
The University of Ghana, therefore, had the liberty to use this gesture the best way it thought will help students. And so we didn't charge any illegal fees. And if somebody is appealing that, yes, your fees are not illegal, but can you do something about it? And we've gone out of our way to do something about it. Mind you, all the universities, all the public universities have not been appealed to. Okay, we have been appealed to do something, and we've given 2% rebate. And so I think that this should be no news, or if it's going to be a news, its value should lie in we being commended.
Well, very well. The fees you say were not illegal, but 2% on 15%, one would just ask, isn't it infinitesimal, and that you could have done more as a university as you try to put a human face to this all?
My brother, the government that gave the directive and actually passed a law that we should increase fees by 15%. Have you questioned them? If a government passes a law that should increase a fee by 15%, and a university is complying, all universities are complying, why haven't you gone to question the other universities why they have also not done anything to lessen burdens on parents and students? We have gone out of our way to reduce it by 2% in contravention with the law that has been passed. And you are not happy. You are saying 2% is infinitesimal. How about those who are charging the full 15%? How will you describe them?
Prof, I'm not the one saying it. Students who are going to pay the fees are the ones saying this.
There are so many important issues that are bothering Ghanaians. Let's talk about them, and let us applaud those who have gone out of their way to show this humanitarian gesture to parents. Let's applaud them. And their colleagues, if Nooks is saying that this 2% is infinitesimal, then I expect them to boldly look into the face. There are 15 public universities in Ghana. All of them are increasing their fees by 15%. Eugene has reduced its own by 2%. If they really are interested in the cause of students, and if they are not seeking their own interest, if they are really articulating and championing the interest of students in Ghana, then they should go to the other universities and make such appeals, similar appeals to them, to tell them that they should also decrease their fees by 2%. But if they are not doing so, then I think we are not being fair to ourselves. We are not being fair to students.
But why these three groups of students, full fee paying programs at the Accra City campus, as well as the distance education program? What happens to the regular students?
Well, like I said, this was just a kind gesture offered purely on humanitarian grounds and not an obligation at all. And so the university had the liberty and discretion to use this gesture in the best way it thinks would help students. And like I said, these are the cohort of students that are paying higher fees compared to a regular student. And so management and council decided that, well, if we want to give 2% discount, let's give it to those who are paying higher fees and not those who are paying a school fees that's around 1,200 cedis.
I see. And so maybe as clarification, the 2% discount is on the 15% increment and not the entire fees. If you can give us that clarification.
Yes, it's on the 15% increment, yeah.
And you say it has been applied to the account of these affected students.
Yes, it's been applied, and we have evidence to show that the affected students have had their accounts credited to that team.
All right. Thank you. That's Professor Ransford Jampo, member of the...
Please, let me make this point again. Let us not be in a hurry to break news or make news without being, holistic in our approach. I'm urging you to go to the other public universities. I've given you an assignment. There are 15 public universities. They have all complied with the Fees and Charges Act 2020, Act 1080. That has enjoined them to increase fees by 15%. They've all done that. Legon has gone out of its way following appeals from a parliamentary select committee to reduce its own by 2%. If we truly mean business and if we are truly concerned about the interests of the downtrodden, then let us appeal to the rest of the 15 public universities that they should follow the example that Legon has set.
Well, Prof, maybe because you are the pace setters, the nation's premier university, the hope and glory.
The nation's hope and glory, the nation's premier university, the only university in Ghana. We have set the pace. And so I appeal to you that you use your good medium to call on the rest to follow the pace that has been set. And Nooks and all of you indeed must applaud the premier investor.
Well, I'm sure they will learn from you. But thank you so much. That's Professor Ransford Jampo, member of the University of Ghana Communication Team, clarifying for us the one-time discount that has been offered some students of the University of Ghana.